There we go. Friday morning again. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. If you are watching, do pop a hello in the comments as usual. No, Eric's. No, he's not asleep. You're right there. Apparently, he's washing his feet. It's good. Yeah, it is. It's good to maintain a certain kind of standard. You're not going to say hello? No, he's busy. He's busy. Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Jane. Good evening, Sephora. Good morning, Lizzie. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Friday in December. Festive jumper time.
Eric.
A little bit excited. Just a little bit. Good morning, Eva. Good morning, Kerry. Good morning, Corrigan. Good morning, Jay from Frozen Cornwall. Yes, our garden had a frost this morning. It looks very pretty out there, very festive, but it is cold. When I got up this morning, the phone said it was -2. A little bit chilly. Good morning, everyone. Lovely to see so many people here so early. Thank you very much. Good morning, Helen. Yes, Eric says good morning. He's just washing his feet at the moment. Yeah, just doing morning ablutions. Mm-hmm.
Big word.
It is a big word first thing in the morning, doesn't it? Good morning, Christine. Food talk. Yeah. Well, we always get onto food anyway, don't we? Pete, get the kettle on.
Yeah.
Yes. We always end up talking about food anyway, so I thought I'd talk about the magical properties of the food that we generally have at this time of the year. Just because, why not, really? Eric, Jane, does Eric think you're topped a mirror? He's kind of nonplussed about it all, really. You know, occasionally he licks things and mirror. He doesn't seem to. He's not interested. Our youngest said something about their brains not recognizing that it's a reflection or something like that. Bless him. Bless all of them. Bless everyone. What am I doing tomorrow? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, tomorrow, Saturday the 10th of December, online Kitchen Witch Ritual, 7 p.m. We are making Goatee McGoaterson. Definitely worth stopping in for that one. It's got a bit of a, mine's gone blank, Norse feel to it. So do join us for the online ritual tomorrow. And also from today, 9th of December till the end of December, if you go over to the John Hunt Publishing website or the Moonbooks website, all of their ebooks ordered direct from their website are on sale at 50% off. If you enter the code Festive50, FESTIVE 50 in the checkout, you will get 50% off all of the ebooks ordered directly from the John Hunt Publishing website. If you want the exact details, hop on over to my personal blog because there's a blog up this morning about it. But that's 50% off all of the ebooks across the board in their whole catalogue. So that's all the advertising. -3 in Lizzie's part of Wales. Yeah, a little bit nippy. Maria, this weather gives me a headache. That's a boo. Amanda has 4 inches of snow and it's still falling. Wow. We don't seem to get a lot of snow around. We're too close to the ocean, I think. And we are kind of protected by hills around us. So we don't get snow very often. And I love snow, but it's not very practical. But there you go. And snow has its own magic. Of course, you can work all kinds of magic with snow. But anyway. Oh, good. The kettle's going on. Maybe. So, yes, December. Do you know, this year, blink and it's gone, doesn't it? It's just mad. So I thought I would talk about food because, you know, food does play a big part in all of the Sabbath celebrations, really, but I guess more so at this festive time of the year, food plays a part for everyone. But of course, just like all the magical herbs that you work with and all your magical crystals that you work with, food has magical energy too. Food has magical properties. So that's what I'm going to look at today. Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Is your blanket not quite right? Is that better? Yeah, better. Service in this place is rubbish, Eric. Christine, we only get a tiny bit of snow too occasionally, which is why I moved here. Eva, snowing heavily here, dropped off the car to get the winter tyres on this morning and walked back. The drive over was terrifying. I can't even begin to imagine, but the walk home was lovely. Are we boring you? Sephora, rain here, balmy 22 degrees. That's what happens when we're on opposite sides of the world. Amanda is a little bit north of the Cairngorms in Scotland, which explains the 4 inches of snow. Good morning, Trudy. Corrigan, lovely sunny, 25 degrees Celsius here today. See, it is flip sides of the globe. Good morning, Colin. Good morning, Caroline. Maria, I want to put the heating on, but the son is still asleep, so it may knock him out. Our son's getting ready for college. One of those college days. Well, actually, every day. Goes in every day. Good morning, Amanda. Yeah, it's so magical festival food. No, hang on. Let's think about that. Magical festive food. That's the one. That's the one. So I'm going to start with an obvious one. Now, what have you done with your blanket now? Never work with animals and children. There we go. Right now. Honestly, it's like living in the Ritz. Good morning, Leslie. Colin, cold here in Clamely. Got my thermals on and the heating's on. Yeah, it is.
You want your mince pie, Ms. G?
I won't have a mince pie just yet, thank you. I will have one when no one's looking.
Your mince pies?
One of my mince pies. Yeah, I love mince pies. I love Christmas pudding. I love Christmas cake. Mince pies, when you buy them when you're out, are always disappointing. There's always too much crumbly pastry to the mincemeat ratio, or the mincemeat is just slushy, glucosey stuff. So I made my own, and they're much better, even though I say so myself. Anyway, Jane, very cold in Chadwell Heath. Had a lovely little full moon fire outside last night in my fire bowl with Luna looking down like a 100-watt bulb in the sky. She has been very bright this week, hasn't she? She has been shining her little socks off this week. Good morning, Charlie. Festive food and magic. Yes, please, and yum. Sephora, my 15-year-old Westie ex-pom has dementia, so he's losing interest in food. So now thinking of gourmet doggy delights to tempt him. Pigs trotters in slow cooker broth and half a green-lipped mussels. Interesting combination there. Interesting combination, but I'm sure he will enjoy it. I'm not a big shellfish fan, but you know, I like food. So good morning, Keith. Oh, didn't turn the phone off. Sorry, that's my phone notification. So I thought I'd start with an obvious. Apologies to the vegetarians. I'm starting with turkey. Perhaps a bird that we only usually seem to eat at this time of the year. Always too big to fit in the oven. And it always takes a huge amount of time to defrost or to cook. It's not traditional in England to eat turkey for Christmas. We used to eat goose. The turkey idea came across from America, but most people seem to eat it. Not in my household this year, because the first time in 54 years I'm cooking Christmas dinner for the family, and I don't like cooking a roast dinner, so I'm not going to do it. We will have lots of wonderful things, but it won't involve a roast turkey. So there. Anyway, the turkey is a proud and powerful bird, and it carries lots of magical properties, such as motivation, clarity, and focus. And if you can get hold of turkey feathers, they make excellent smudging tools, and you can also sharpen them to make quills to write with as well. So it is all about motivation, clarity, focus, and of course, celebration. Ruled by the element of fire and air, and it's also a very masculine energy. So if you are going to make the decision to eat meat, if you are going to make the decision to eat a turkey, make sure that you make the most of it. Don't waste it. That bird has had to give its life for you to eat, then you should do it the honor of using all of it. So, yeah, roast turkey, turkey sandwiches, leftover sandwiches, yum. Eat it as cold meats, make it into pies, make it into curry, use it all. But don't forget the bones. Use the bones to make stock with, but then use the bones for magical purpose. I need some more Christmas mugs. I'm sure we had more than that.
Well, there's a flaw in your plan.
Bones of the turkey can be washed and saved and made into divination tools or magical tools. Can be divination, made into divination sets. Make sure, if you're going to do it, that you honour.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Make sure you honour the whole bird. It's going to be a long. Good morning, Angela. Sephora doesn't like shellfish. Buying it for the dog. Oh, bless. Keith, goose is very greasy. Depends how you cook it, Keith. We have had roast a goose, and if you cook it on a trivet, you can save all that lovely goose fat for doing your roasty taties, and it does come out very nice. So yeah, it's just being mindful of how you cook it, I think. Corrigan, goose in my family, turkey's more popular here in Australia. It used to, in that whole Dickens kind of Christmas Carol job, they would have been eating goose. It wouldn't have been turkey. Maria, not a fan. Do buy the goose fat. Yeah, it is good for roast potatoes. Christine asked the other half if he wanted turkey or chicken or corn. He said he would be happy with corn. Why am I shocked? He's the biggest carnivore I've ever known. Have I finally converted him? You never know, Christine. Good morning, Tess. My mum is with me for Christmas. She wants goose. We have many lodgers with us this year, and we'll be having turkey. Goose is nice. We have had goose. Keith, not many turkeys left because of bird flu. I did hear a bit of a thing about that. The ones places I deal with, when I buy my meat, I buy from organic sources. They don't seem to be having a problem with any of it, but I understand some of the supermarkets do. Sephora, cousin cooks up a turducken, which is a turkey stuffed with a chicken stuffed with a quail. We have had a couple of times had that. My mum's done that. Charlie, love the jumper. Did you use a picture of Eric? No, I think it just came from Amazon, didn't it? Yeah, it was just a standard one from Amazon. But obviously they stole his picture and used it. That's what it is. Good morning, Emma. Keith says goose fat they used to rub on the chest for colds. Yes, I have heard that. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be doing that. Colin, being picked up by the Salvation Army for Christmas dinner. That's brilliant. The Sally Army do a lot of things like that, and it's brilliant. Eva is planning a traditional German goose with red cabbage and knödel for Christmas Eve.
You say that again.
For Christmas, knödel for Christmas. Christmas Eve will be vegetarian though, and second Christmas on Boxing Day will be a roast lamb leg. I'm definitely coming to your house, Eva. You're getting requests now for songs. You've been learning a new one, haven't you, for the gigs? The New Darkness one, but you won't be singing that one, will you?
No.
You like the crooning ones best, don't you? Yeah. So, if you are eating meat, just be mindful to respect and honour the entire animal. And each one will bring its own magical properties for the food whilst you eat it, but don't forget to save the bones, because the bones are all for magical purpose. Sephora, just blown a year of being good with keto diet, eating gluten-free Christmas minces. Worth every carb. Yeah, big fan of mince pies. Big fan of mince pies. Maria, you're doing Christmas this year. Yes, I am. First time in 54 years. My mum's always done it. But we decided last year that it was about time we took over from her because, it's a lot of work to do. So my brother did last year and it was amazing. And this year is my turn. I know I'm not cooking turkey.
Yeah, but you've got me to help, so.
Well, you've made the Christmas playlist, haven't you?
Yeah. That's my effort for Christmas lunch.
Eva, everyone's welcome. Right, everyone over to Eva's. My in-laws invited themselves over, so the more the merrier at this point. It's because you're such a good cook, Eva. Emma, I remember as a child having a turkey dinner and then lunch was a huge salad spread. I think we were trying to level out the naughtiness and the healthy in hopes of balance. No balance on food at Christmas. You just have to eat it all. Jane, we're eating out the first time ever on Christmas Day. Nothing to graze on in the fridge afterwards, so I'm cooking up a lot of frozen buffet bits on Boxing Day so I can fill the fridge with snacky bits. Too old for this taking turns thing now. You got to do what works for you. You have got to do what works for you. We have got our daughter and her new husband coming to stay for a week at Christmas. They only live around the corner, literally around the corner, but they're coming to stay for a week at Christmas. Oh, yum. Sephora says pavlova with strawberries. Very nice. So let's move from turkey to one of my favourites, but it's a bit of a love-hate, Brussels sprouts. I love them. Absolutely love them. Tess, the lack of turkey and eggs at the moment has nothing to do with bird flu. That's not helping. It's been an ongoing problem for a while. Saw it the other day, but can't remember the program I saw it on. They were interviewing a farmer. She had thousands of chickens and turkeys. It's interesting, isn't it, that the information kind of gets twisted, doesn't it, and passed through. I went into Lidl's the other day, last week, and the egg shelf's empty. No eggs whatsoever. I think people get a kind of whisper that stuff's a bit short and they bulk buy. We are stupid sheeple, aren't we? We get our eggs from the milkman and they haven't had any problems. And we get our eggs from Riverford and they haven't had any problems. So, Oh, good. People loving Brussels sprouts. Yay for the Brussels sprouts. I do. I love them. We've been having them from Riverford for a few weeks now. We've had Brussels sprout risotto. I put Brussels sprouts in chilies and bolognese and pasta. Yeah, we had Brussels sprouts in a pasta the other day. Brussels sprout coleslaw is amazing.
In fact, there's a Brussels sprout in your coffee there. If you look.
Yes, Brussels sprout coffee.
Yeah.
I love them. And not just for, Christmas dinner. Although our local little breakfast cafe is doing Christmas dinner at the moment. I think I've had 4 so far.
That was just yesterday.
And they have Brussels sprouts with it. Brussels sprouts with chestnuts and bacon. A traditional one. Yep. And absolutely delicious. Love Brussels sprouts. Hated them as a child. Interesting. I do. I love them. Kerry, love Brussels sprouts. Even got some frozen ones so I can eat them after Christmas. I have to disagree with you there, Kerry. Frozen Brussels sprouts, yuck. Fresh Brussels sprouts, I love.
I like them too.
No, I don't like the frozen ones. They're too squishy. Hannah, love Brussels sprouts. Yeah, no, not Brussels sprouts in coffee. That's not good. Tess, Brussels sprout coleslaw. Do you just add to the cabbage and carrot or replace something? You replace the cabbage with the Brussels sprouts. So you shred the Brussels sprouts instead of cabbage and then add all your other ingredients in. It's lovely. So for a wrong season there for Brussels sprouts. I think this is it. This is one of my pet things is about eating seasonally. And Brussels sprouts have been in season for a couple of weeks now. And they will go through over Christmas, obviously. They like a bit of frost too. It makes them taste better. Eat them seasonally. Eat them fresh. They're much better. Maria, had to go turkey hunting yesterday. See, now I've got a picture of you with a little hunting cap on and your little, like Elmer Fudd kind of hunting turkeys.
Didn't want to know who Elmer Fudd is.
Some people are my age. So Maria had to go turkey hunting yesterday. Of course, didn't think of Iceland. May have some. Oh, read it properly. Didn't think of Iceland. May have some. I found quite a few and bagged myself a small frozen one. Excellent. Glad you got one. Andrea is in Iceland at the moment. Andrea, I hope you're having a fantastic time. Yes, you're in airtime, almost in airtime zone. Jane, usually buy a couple of those still on the stalk Brussels thingies in December. Yes, Riverford send those occasionally where the Brussels sprouts are all still stuck to the stalk. They do last for ages in the garage. Brilliant. We don't eat them whole, just cook them al dente, then chop up fine with a wallpaper scraper with lots of butter and pepper. But good idea. Very good idea. Trudy, love them on their own, chopped with vegan bacon. Big support of the sprout. Hubby hates, but I always traditionally put on a plate and he eats one single sprout. His Christmas sprout. Hi, Karen. Sorry I'm late. Been feeding the crows and the magpies in the cemetery. That's a workhorse. Sephora roasted parsnips. Oh, I like parsnips better than potatoes. I think they're amazing. Christine, never buy sprouts or parsnips unless there's been a frost. Yes, got to have a frost on them first. Makes them taste much better. Maria has Brussels sprouts mixed with streaky bacon that covered the turkey, fried off. Yeah, nice. Very nice. Andrea's cold in the wind. You are in Iceland. It's cold here, let alone there. So Brussels sprouts are amazing, but they have magical properties. There are definitely a love or hate one, and good in all sorts of things. Don't just leave them with the bacon and the chestnuts. Put them in all sorts of things. They are lovely. Stir-fried, brilliant. But the tale of the humble Brussels sprout is one of stability, endurance, and protection. So they bring those three magical energies with them. They are ruled by the moon, so you can work moon magic with them, ruled by the element of water, and they are a very feminine energy. Bit difficult to use to kind of, put in spell pouches because, a bit squishy. So I would generally eat them for their magical properties. So stability, endurance, and protection, all from your humble Brussels sprout, which, they're just delicious anyway. So apart from the magical properties. Corrigan had a colleague once whose parents had a Brussels sprout farm. Wow. Sephora, wonder if you can make sauerkraut from sprouts. Don't see why not. Don't see why not at all. Jane, one Christmas at sister. Okay, sorry, I'll get some of these up. Come on, play the game. One Christmas at sister-in-law's house, my sprouts were never ending. Then I discovered everyone was sneaking theirs onto my plate when I wasn't looking. It wouldn't be me. I would have eaten them all myself. Sephora says Brussels sprouts have, yes, they do have a bit of a windy connotation to them. Emma, does anyone else feed an army when they cook your Christmas dinner? Thankfully, we've got a friend coming over to help us out. When I was a child and we had, my cousins used to come and stay at my parents' and grandparents', my mum used to feed about 25 people on Christmas Day as a regular kind of thing every year. And of course, most of those 25 stayed for a few days. So she'd be cooking endlessly for days. So yeah, but we had amazing Christmas. Jane says sour sprouts. Definitely sour sprouts. Kimchi Maria, yeah, it's worth a try. Good old Brussels sprout. And then one perhaps is a bit more American is the cranberry. I do like a bit of cranberry sauce on my roast dinner, on my Christmas dinner. The cranberry is teeny tiny little bright red berries of fabulousness, but they carry a huge protective magical energy with them. And they're also a big power punch against negative energy. I couldn't, when I was researching, this is all from the Magical Food book. When I was researching, I couldn't find traditional magical. No, because I packed the book in my suitcase ready for the workshop on Sunday.
What are you doing? You have a workshop Sunday.
Workshop Sunday sold out. But I think they are they are connected to they're ruled by the planet Mars. So that to me says good communication. And because it's a water element one and feminine, I think any spell dealing with the emotions, cranberries would be good for. Dried cranberries can be strung on a piece of twine or cord, and you can make them into a small wreath to hang over your doorways to bring in protection. And of course, they're hung on the tree. If you want to string them on twine or thread, they make good tree decorations as well. So cranberry is protection, emotions, and communication. And because you can get them in the dried form, you can then add them to spell pouches or witch bottles to bring in Mars energy, water, feminine, and protection, emotions, communication. So really good for working with things like that. Do like a bit of cranberry sauce. Missed some. Let's go back up. Angela says use the sprout tops for sauerkraut. Nice. Maria, cheated and bought honey parsnips made by my Aunt Bessie. Good old Aunt Bessie. Yeah, don't feed Brussels to your dog. They have quite a windy effect. Eva, cranberry orange relish is tradition in my family. Just cranberries, orange and sugar. Sounds delicious. Cranberries and orange go well together, don't they? Sephora, surely it's mint sauce. Not on turkey. Mint sauce goes with lamb. Cranberry sauce with turkey, definitely. I do like mint sauce too, though. Christine says cranberry and corn roast. Also got red currant too. I'm a true fruity fan. Good morning, Maharet. Cause hello from me and him on the way to Glastonbury. Woohoo! Have fun time. Charlie, sour sprouts who've gone bad. Definitely on Father Christmas's naughty list. You lot are mad. You are definitely mad, all of you. Angela, my friend used to dip a few sprouts in chocolate and wrap them in Ferrero Rocher wrappers and mix them in with the proper ones, or put them on a pop cake stick and muddle them in with the cake pops. That's evil. Definitely evil. Keith, put cranberry jelly in your gravy. It's lush. Yes, it does. It makes it really nice. Definitely a good suggestion. And actually, as you've mentioned gravy, that was a nice just segue in. What about gravy? Gravy has magical energies. It has magical properties. I mean, aside from being delicious, without lumps, obviously. So gravy pours. So it aids in the smooth transition of projects, plans, and situations. And it also carries with it the magical properties of water, because that's one of the ingredients. So emotions, healing, cleansing, and purification. I think it can also soothe the sometimes aggressive quality of meat in your recipes. So I think gravy is a comfort one as well. So it is calming, emotions, healing, cleansing, and purification. All of that in your humble jug of gravy, ruled by the moon, element of water, and it carries feminine energies as well. As Jane says, gravy aids in the smooth transition of dinner. Absolutely, which kind of adds to the magical properties that it's very soothing and can help smooth things along. Christine's son hates sprouts. I always hide one on his plate. You are wicked. Definitely wicked. Sephora's cat's just come in soaked. Looks like a punk rocker with a bad attitude. Oh, I bet the cat's not in a good mood. Eva, leftover turkey with cranberry sauce as a sandwich. One of my favourite things about holiday cooking. Actually, all the leftovers are wonderful. They are, aren't they? Boxing Day with all the leftovers. Fab. Maria, sometimes use the water the vegetables were cooked in for the gravy. I do all the time. It's a very good tip, Maria. Absolutely. Cause says, Jason says he drinks OXO. Oh, I suppose it's like drinking Bovril anyway, isn't it? Jason, you shouldn't be allowed out unsupervised, really. That's just it. Christine, I can never cook stuffing. It always goes soggy in the middle. I gave up, so I put it in the gravy and it makes it lovely. Good idea. See? Follow us for more cooking tips too. Not just magical. And we have mentioned it earlier when we were talking about Brussels sprouts, but chestnuts. This is the time for. If I wait for him to come back, I'll mention it in a second. We'll get him to sing. Jane, my hubby is a gravy connoisseur. Each batch I make gets a star rating, the lowest being 3. That's rude. If I get anything less than 4.5, I feel like a failure. He'd be wearing it, Jane, if that was me. He'd be wearing the gravy. Maria drinks Marmite. No, I like Marmite. Not sure about drinking it, but yeah, I can kind of see that. Sephora, Kiwis tend to do ham rather than turkey. I guess it's easy with salads. We tend to have turkey on Christmas Day, and I think a lot of people have ham on Boxing Day, or in the evening. Yeah, it's lovely. Keith, Bubble and Squeak, leftover sprouts in Bubble and Squeak. Oh, Bubble and Squeak is one of the best inventions in the whole world. It just is. Full stop. Cos gravy made with beer for roast beef. Nice. Haven't done that before. Sounds like a nice idea. But chestnuts we mentioned earlier to go with Brussels sprouts. So chestnuts have lots of magical properties. Do make sure that you have the right variety. We're talking sweet chestnuts here, not the horse chestnut, because that's conkers and they are inedible and would make you quite poorly. I just said chestnuts roasting over an open fire.
Smart.
I was waiting for you to sing, didn't
Hey,
it? It was a prompt for you to sing.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Do I have to stop?
That's your favourite Christmas song, isn't it?
Yeah, it's romantic and lovely.
Yeah. Apparently.
And the frog chorus.
And the frog chorus. Yeah. Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Oh, that one too.
Yeah. And mine that everyone else hates, that freaks the children out completely.
What?
Is the really old one from the Goon Show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm walking backwards for Christmas by the Goons from the Goon Show. Before I was born, really, but I like it.
Oh,
it freaks the kids out completely. Hannah, we all prefer pigs in blankets, so don't have much in the way of joint of meat. Actually, when I said I wasn't cooking turkey this year, our youngest said he didn't mind at all so long as we had pigs in blankets. Keith puts Nuki Brown in gravy. It's a good idea. I like that. Sephora, use homemade chestnut flour for egg gravy so it's gluten-free. Very nice. Oh, yeah, I bet that does add a nice flavour. Maria, nice voice. He has got a very nice singing voice, Maria. A bit of a croony voice. Jane says, hot milk with Marmite is a lovely bedtime drink. Don't try to stir the skin in, though. Ew, doesn't melt and it'd be dangling off your bottom lip. That's just yuck. I'm not sure about that. Pete loves Marmite. I'll test him out on that one. But chestnuts we have apparently been eating since around 2000 BC. That's quite a long time. The armies of Alexander the Great were noted as favouring them, apparently. Bye, have fun. I'll come and pick you up if you're nice to me. Thank you. The chestnut has a very strong masculine energy, and the tree is apparently often associated with Zeus. So eat chestnuts to encourage fertility and carry them with you if you are trying to aid in conceiving. I won't be carrying any of those then. Pop a few chestnuts around the house to bring in abundance and prosperity, and eat chestnuts to encourage success and strength. So chestnuts have got quite a lot of magical properties. So you've got strength, success, prosperity, abundance, and fertility. They're ruled by the planet Jupiter. They are a big fiery element and they are a masculine energy. So quite a powerhouse of magic. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm still struggling with this stupid thing. Go away, cold. Anyway. Colin, having the Veterans Christmas dinner tomorrow. Nice. Just make it carrot and lentil snoop. Carrot and lentil snoop. Lovely. Emma, got to be careful with my gravy being gluten, dairy intolerant. Found Bisto Best doesn't have either of those in, but you can also buy gluten-free gravy, more expensive. I like the idea of Sephora of adding chestnut flour to gravy. That's a brilliant idea. Keith, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Yes, I have heard that one. There are some good ones. Yes, we like Christmas tunes. Sephora, I now have Pete's song Fighting with Goo Goo Muck by the Cramps after watching Wednesday. My brain is not happy. It's an interesting combination. We did watch The Holiday Inn last night. Oh, amazing dancing. Amazing. One of my favourite Christmas films. So another foodie from Christmas. From when I say Christmas, obviously, as per a recent conversation, I'm covering the whole festive season, no matter what holiday you celebrate, no matter whether it's Yule, winter solstice, Hanukkah, whatever it might be. I use the word Christmas just because that's the one I was brought up on. So that's it, really. Jane, if chestnuts are ruled by Jupiter, that must be why I feel so at home in a certain recreation ground where I grew up. It's got conker trees all around it, Sagittarian and also ruled by Jupiter. It's good when it all falls into place, isn't it? Always falls into place. Christine, always a good song for me at Christmas is, Driving Home for Christmas. Yes, he does know that one. Yeah, we know every single Christmas song so far. I think we have a very large Christmas playlist. He's taken Ben to college, so he's not here to sing it. I'll get him to sing it next week, Christine, remind me. Emma's put a rude Christmas song up. What do you like? I've been playing festive songs for several weeks now. Just because. Anyway, another one for Christmas, chocolate. I mean, who doesn't have chocolate at Christmas? Is there anyone that doesn't have chocolate at Christmas? Oh, Colin, good one. Lonely at Christmas, Mud. Yeah. Yeah. Maria, yes. Chris Ria is probably still driving home from Christmas because he can't afford the petrol. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Chocolate coins, Kaz. Yeah, you've got to have chocolate coins. As a kid, you had a stocking. It had a Satsuma in the bottom and a little bag of chocolate coins. Absolutely. Now, I like to do my research properly. So when I was writing the magical food book, obviously I had to try all the stuff. I took some time with chocolate because it had to be done properly. And when I say chocolate, I mean chocolate. I mean milk chocolate, dark chocolate. Don't you go coming in here with any of that white chocolate nonsense. It doesn't even contain any cocoa solids. It's just cocoa butter, sugar, and milk, and it should be banned. I'm putting it out there. White chocolate should be banned. Or definitely not called chocolate. I'm not a big white chocolate fan. I have actually eaten 99% dark chocolate. It was bizarre. It made my tongue stick to the roof of my mouth. So I wouldn't quite go that dark. Nice 70% or a milk chocolate. Very nice. I work with chocolate a lot in my magical workings. I must admit I don't work with bars of chocolate. What I tend to use is cocoa nibs or cocoa powder. Both of those don't go all squidgy and melty, but they're brilliant to use in magical workings. You can add them to sachet powders. You can add them to incense blends. You can add them to spell pouches, witch bottles, all of the above. But chocolate is very, very magical. Sir Lupin in Harry Potter got it right when he gave chocolate to Harry after the Dementors because it's incredibly grounding and it brings a real positive energy with it. Because I'll send the white chocolate your way because I'm certainly not eating it. All right, I'm just rolling back up. Sephora's allergic to chocolate. Oh no, Sephora, that's dreadful. Hopefully you've found an alternative. There are some very nice dairy-free ones out there. Christine singing Jingle Bells, Batman smells. Yeah, Robin flew away. I don't know that second line. There ain't no wheels on the Batmobile because we nicked him yesterday. That's a different version to the one I know. Karen went to see the Medieval Babes the other night. It was beautiful. Oh, they are very talented ladies. Very talented. Maria saw a chocolate Yule log yesterday, but it had fudge in it, so it put me off. Oh, no, I'll have that one, Maria. After 8 mints, Colin. Yeah, definitely. And of course, there you've got the magic of chocolate and the magic of mint. Double whammy there. Tess, my boss has not eaten any processed food, including any chocolate, sugar, or anything for 3 years. Don't know how she does it. No, that would be the end of it for me. But then she's a size 6. Maybe that's why she's a size 6. Is she happy though? I don't judge. Matchmakers, Amanda. Yes, the caramel butterscotch caramel ones, very nice, and there's some coffee ones that are very nice too. Yeah, matchmakers, definitely. Hannah says Christmas chocolate tastes better. Yeah, funny, isn't it? Oh, good. Corrigan's with me. Ban the white chocolate. Jane, Lindt chocolate bunnies were a regular at Christmas when I was little. 1 year I ate a whole box straight off and made myself sick. I shouldn't laugh, but yeah, I know the feeling. Angela made hot chocolate bombs and put them in her guest stockings. We had those last year. Actually, this year we have fudge bombs to make with milk. Instead of hot chocolate, it's fudge. I'm looking forward to that. Should be interesting. Yeah, vote for dark chocolate, Keith. Thank you. Yeah, Kerry, can't stand white chocolate. Yeah. Maria, ate white chocolate yesterday. My son made something with it and I had what was left over. Very sweet. It is. It's just sugar. It's, yeah. Sephora, I remember my stepmom, who's from UK, used to get Christmas box sent from home with Maltesers and other English sweets as the packing. Didn't have them in New Zealand at that time, so it was such a treat. We still have, do you remember the old selection boxes? Chocolate selection boxes. I still do those for our kids, even though they're all, grown up. We still have them. Maria, it's grounding as automatically feel better afterwards. Yeah, chocolate brings that. Eva, my favourite Christmas dessert is Nigella Lawson's Christmas panettone cake. Oh, I could eat entire panettones on my own. And I have. I'm owning up to that. I have, because they're yummy. Chocolate pistachios, pomegranate seeds on the top. Oh, that sounds delicious. I was watching her on the telly yesterday. Angela can't stand white chocolate. Yes. Jane, my Aunt Edie. Oh, I had an Aunt Edie. Used to send Swiss chocolate over from Switzerland every Christmas. Cost her a bomb, and we didn't have the heart to tell her we could get the same brand over here. Oh, that's the thing, isn't it? We can get everything now, can't we? Oh, Karen, I'm with you. Mince pies and cream. Mince pies and cream, Christmas pudding and cream. Because chalky advent calendars. We had one last year, and we'd eaten it all by the 3rd of December. So... Trudy, Tony's chocolate. Oh, yes. If you've seen Tony's chocolate, it's amazing. Fantastic. Emma, Mum says sugar mice when she was little. Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of those. But anyway, chocolate. Go off on a tangent. There we go. So, chocolate for magic. So, the Mayans and the Aztecs are the ones we need to thank for coming up with chocolate originally. Originally, it was made as a drink. And it was believed to have been of divine origin. I'm not going to argue with that, am I? The cacao beans were used by the Mayans for currency, so chocolate works extremely well in prosperity magic, and it makes you feel good. It raises your emotional energy, it gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling. So I think you can add it to any workings with that intent in mind of raising your emotional energy, of bringing you happiness. Also associated with the heart chakra, so it links perfectly with love. And obviously, you've got your man dressed in black, climbing in through your window with your box of milk tray. You have to be my age to remember that. I'm going to be very rude here and wipe my nose on camera. Sorry about that. So definitely a love connection with chocolate. We also served it when we had cold rituals outside. Hot chocolate flask during a ritual to help ward off the cold when you're standing outside in the middle of a forest and it's raining or it's freezing cold. And of course, a mug of hot chocolate is also a good carrier to add other ingredients to for any magical workings. You can add mint, you can add caramel, you can add cinnamon, nutmeg, coffee, all sorts of other ingredients you can add to hot chocolate to bring in a different magical energy. So chocolate on its own, prosperity, grounding, positive energy, happiness and love. It is fiery element, and it's ruled by Mars, and of course it's feminine. Wouldn't be anything else really, would it? So chocolate brings lots and lots of different interesting magical prosperities with it. We're going to scrolling down here. Chocolate orange, Keith. Oh yeah, you see, you can add so many different flavors to chocolate. Eva says Lint has a lovely cinnamon chocolate. Oh yeah, I'd like that. Charlie, Santa Claus lost his drawers on the N6 motorway. Yeah, I remember that one from the song. One Christmas assembly, we all sang it. Headmaster stopped the assembly and was furious. Excellent. Oh, Zephora, marzipan mice. Remember my grandparents giving them to us many decades ago. There are very few things in this world that I don't like when it comes to food. Marzipan is one of them. Really, really don't like marzipan. So sorry about that. Pretty much everything else I'll eat, just not marzipan. Charlie, when I see chocolate Brazils, I think of my nan. She always had them at Christmas, and I ate most of them. I like chocolate Brazils. Body chocolate. Steady on, Colin. Susan, I'm not a cook, but I always am the uninvited librarian at Christmas brunch, telling anyone who will listen to the blessings we get from each ingredient. Yeah, everything carries magic. Oh, gingerbread men, yep. Gluten-free ones are like bullets, so rock hard. Yeah, gluten-free baking is tricky. Good morning, Alex. Sephora, eggnog must be magical, so must be mulled wine with all those spices. Now, eggnog isn't really a big thing in England. We see it on all the American films, and a very lovely dear friend of mine, Paul, that's now passed, sent me his eggnog recipe, and it is amazing. But we don't really get it over here. Mulled wine we do. Mulled wine's lovely, so is mulled cider. Chocolate and ginger's good as well. Karen, marzipan's disgusting. Yeah. Oh, Sephora doesn't like marzipan either. Yep. Emma likes the chocolate coffee that beanies do. So they do have lots of flavours, don't they? Now, we mentioned chocolate orange. So let's have a look at oranges. Tess, eggnog is really easy to make. It's custard, basically, isn't it? It's custard with alcohol in it. It is lovely. So oranges, definitely a festive flavour. It's a fruit of the sun. It's a fruit of love, happiness. It's enlightening and uplifting. Very, very good correspondence with the winter solstice, with the returning of the sun. During the 19th century, to give a gift of an orange was thought to be generous and thoughtful. And just for the record, I prefer gifts of chocolate rather than orange. I'm just saying. Orange is good for purifying the mind, the body, and the spirit. Orange juice makes a good ritual drink, and orange peel makes a good herbal tea to bring about clarity and energy. Dried orange peel, very good in incense mixes, and it works really well to bring the sun energy in. Sacred to the gods of earth and air. It can be used to flavour dishes. It can be used to add to things, particularly to bring in love. Set out orange water as an offering to the deities Hera and Juno for marriage and fidelity. So orange brings loads of energy with it. Solar energy, fire energy, and it's a masculine energy. But it brings love, happiness, uplifting, generosity, purification, clarity, energy, fidelity. Loads of magical properties within the orange. Definitely a really good one for this time of the year. Keith likes marzipan mice. Ooh, you can have them. Maria, can't abide marzipan, but I love albums. I'm the same. I think it's the whole almond extract thing, because I'm not a big fan of Bakewell tart either, but I do like almonds. Causes having candied oranges and chocolate. Oh yeah, they're amazing. Angela, eggnog was a big part of a Christmas when I was a child in the UK. Interesting. You can't buy it. You still can't buy it over here very often. And I don't remember it at all when I was a child. It's one of those things that's come over, I think. But it is, custard, creme anglaise is very English. So it kind of makes sense that we should have it. I think we should have it anyway, because it's delicious. Chocolate covered orange sticks. Yeah, yummy. And the orange in your stocking. Yep. Emma made a Sun King tomato and orange soup. Nice. Terry's chocolate orange, big favourite. Angela, Peter makes a wicked dairy-free alcoholic custard. Yum. Yeah, excellent. Like drinking custard with alcohol in it sounds like a good idea. So we mentioned parsnips earlier. I love them. Much better than potatoes, as far as I'm concerned. It is yummy. You can do the same with it as you would with potatoes. Mash it, roast it, make chips, the whole shebang. It has a strong, earthy and masculine energy. So it works with any kind of magic that requires that strong punch of male energy. And it's also very good to represent sex magic in any of your spell workings. It's a parsnip. Think about the shape. Let's just leave it there. And I'm so glad that Pete's gone out, because there will be lots of comments. So parsnip works really well for magical workings for male energy and for sex magic. It is the element of earth and obviously a masculine energy. You can eat the parsnips, obviously, to imbue the magical energies. But if you want to use parsnip in your magical workings, you can buy parsnip seeds, to plant, to grow. They work really well in magic. Or you can dry slices of parsnip, very thin slices of parsnip in a low oven, dry them, and then they can be crushed or chopped and put into spell workings to bring the magic of parsnip. Yeah, Trudy, too many things. I'm hungry now. Yeah. Christmas pudding, brandy sauce, Colin. Yeah, I'm with that. Sephora, I'm thinking of, if eggnog was full of booze, you'd probably find it was only dished out to hyper sugar fuel kids at Christmas. I don't remember it at all, and you couldn't buy it anywhere, and you still can't buy it in a lot of places. Well, I've not seen it in any places now. Christine, Nogfizz, we put lemonade in avocado years ago, but now we did have that. We do have that. I actually have some here. Snowballs. Avocado and lemonade. Yeah, I bought some for Christmas because I love it. And that's what we were given as kids if we wanted a drink. we were given snowballs. So it's avocado and lemonade and then a little cherry on a stick. Yeah, we did have that. Avocado, yeah. Emma loves parsnips too. Keith, parsnips better when they had a frost on. Yep, same as Brussels sprouts. Hi, Louise. Parsnip and parmesan soup sounds lovely. Karen had parsnip and apple soup yesterday. It was absolutely gorgeous. I thought it would be awful. No, parsnips go really well with fruit, and they go well with honey too. I've had a really nice parsnip and honey soup. Tess, yes, it was a snowball. Avocado and lemonade. And yes, you can still get it. Angela, our friend, hates parsnips and he calls them the devil's butt plug. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I've made parsnip cakes actually before now. Parsnip and maple syrup cake I've made. Yeah, love parsnips. Can't get the devil's butt plug out of my head now, but there you go. One of the other things that no one's mentioned yet is cheese. I don't think anyone mentioned it. Couldn't be Christmas without cheese, would it? Yeah, it's big in our house. And of course, you can get them made from all different kinds of milk. Vegan cheese tends to be made from coconut oil, so that will have different properties. That will have properties generally of coconut. It is an ancient food, cheese. I'm not talking about the old bit of cheddar stuck on the back of your fridge. Pots used for separating curds have been found dating back to 6000 BC. So it's quite old. Sacred to the Greek god Apollo, and it symbolizes everything coming together and a successful outcome. Add cheese to your cooking just because it's cheese. And cheese makes everything better. It's just like bacon. Wherever you add cheese to it, it'd be better. Brilliant to use in ritual for feasting. If you're really feeling inventive, you can cut hard cheese such as cheddar into crescent moon shapes or moon shapes. If you've got the time to do that, then seriously, you need to get out more. But anyway, the old wives' tale of cheese giving you nightmares, and I remember my gran saying that to me, stems back to the stories about hags appearing in the night and being hag-ridden, i.e. having nightmares. And a lot of these stories included the consumption of cheese. The hag offering the unsuspecting person cheese and then turning them into beasts of burden. So if a hag offers you a piece of cheese, probably wise not to accept it. Just saying. But cheese brings success and happiness. It's ruled by the planet of Saturn, and it's ruled by both earth and air, and it is a masculine energy. So cheese is really good just because it's cheese, really. You know. Loving all the different names of foodie things, yeah. Corrigan. Xmas Eve, we used to have Rudolph pie, cottage pie made with venison mince and parsnip mash. Funny enough, Nigella was making that on her programme yesterday, venison cottage pie. Eva cheese, yeah, it's lovely. Jane says parsnip wine is wonderful. My dad used to make that. Make it with the end of season snips. It has a very high falling down factor. My dad's homemade wine always did. But I remember him making parsnip wine and elderberry wine and blackberry wine. Charlie, Christmas morning opening selection box. And then I was doing the swaps. Yes, swaps with my brothers. Customised it ourselves. Mum pretending not to notice how much chocolate we ate before brekkie. Yeah, you're allowed to on Christmas Day. Yeah, I'd forgotten that. Doing the swaps to get rid of the ones you don't want. Eva, fondue is on the menu for tomorrow after we get a tree. Eva, I'm moving in with you. It's just I'm coming over. Smoked vegan cheese, Christine says. I have tried that. It is quite nice. Because we went to a Christmas market last week and had cheese cones. Basically a travel cheese board in a paper cone. Walking cheese. What a concept. Nailed it, as far as I'm concerned. Nailed it. Vegan cheese sounds like the devil's work. It's about getting the right one. I have tried a few because I have a vegan friend. The smoked vegan cheese is quite nice. I think I'm probably being generous say when it's quite nice. It's edible, but most of it's made from coconut milk. It is, yeah. Sephora says vegan cheese here is made from cashew nuts. Interesting. Speaking of nuts, I remember they were a treat at Christmas as a kid too. It was years before everyone had nut allergies, yeah. It was always a bowl of nuts and a nutcracker. Yeah, absolutely. Janet says cheese makes everything better. It does. Jane, eat chocolate and cheese at bedtime and you'll make a blockbuster movie in your head while you sleep. Yeah. Louise, we're all cheese obsessed in our house. Yep, us too. Us too. Christine says fruitcake and cheese. I have tried that. I know where you're coming from. We've got fruit something to go with cheese this year. Oh, my brain's gone. Like a fruit jam thing to go with cheese. Yeah, fruit and cheese is nice. Grapes and cheese. Maria, that actually would be the chocolate. Cheese has never affected my sleep. That's good. Christine says, ordinary vegan cheese is like rubber with no flavour, but I make one with sunflower seeds, herbs and garlic. Nice. Yeah, I think it's the texture of vegan cheese that's a bit off-putting. So we mentioned almonds. I'll do this one quickly. We'll carry on next week with herbs and spices and things. So I'll just do almonds today and we can cover the rest next week. Almonds. Use almond oil to anoint things or as a base oil for your essential oil blends. Almond oil can be added to floor washes or your incense blends. Use almonds in hand fasting rituals or spell work for joining people together. Pop almond nuts or leaves in your pocket, medicine pouches, witches' bottles, whatever it might be, to bring money in. Keep an almond in your pocket to lead you to treasure. I haven't tried it. Almond wood makes wonderful love magical wands. Almonds are said to stimulate your intuition and insight, along with activating your third eye. Almonds bring a lot: love, prosperity, treasure, intuition, psychic powers, and passion. Ruled by the planet of Mercury and the element of air, it's a very masculine energy too. So almonds, nuts as a whole, are all very magical. Emma used to steal all the hazelnuts. Yes. Yeah, it was always the walnuts and the almonds that were left in her nut bowl. The pecans and the hazelnuts, they all went first, yeah. Sephora, what about the Christmas pudding with the coin in it and brandy sauce? Oh, I love Christmas pudding. Love Christmas pudding. Probably not allowed to put coins in it now because of health and safety. Colin mixes cheese in with scrambled eggs on toast for breakfast. Yeah, I really am hungry now. Angela, best vegan cheeses are made of cashew nuts, but it's still a bit questionable, though things are improving slowly. They are, aren't they? It's a bit like gluten-free. Everything's getting better the more that it's worked with and the more different things that are tried out. Tess loves applewood smoked cheese, cooked camembert with dipping baguette, apple celery and crackers. Oh, now I'm really hungry. Yes, baked camembert or baked brie. Yum. Christine, I have to ask, what is that black thing and the cupcake with baby's dummy? Sorry, that's what it looks like. What? I don't know what you were talking about. Black thing and a cupcake with a baby's dummy. Are you talking behind me? You might have to direct me a bit more, Christine. Jane, if I put almonds in my pocket, will I end up in TK Maxx? You never know. Sephora, Ganesh is missing. He's over there. He's got his own little sideboard. He's sitting there with his bar of chocolate. He's got a chocolate flake at the moment, and all his necklaces and his peacock feathers and his cauldron. He's there. Baked camembert. Oh, behind you on your right. On my right. Oh, there. Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean, Christine? Is it not showing up? I'll show you what it is. Yeah, it is a dragon. If that's what you mean, it's a dragon. I'm glad I dusted. He's a dragon. Here you go. He's a nice dragon. He's got a little glass for a candle. And that is my candle holder for my main animal spirit guide. That's my wild boar, which is it's got some teeth in there. There you go. Hope I put your mind at rest. So lots and lots of things we've talked about today. I've got a whole truckload of spices and other ingredients that we can talk about next week that are all festive. But all of these things have magical properties. Christine, he's lovely. Look like a gorilla coming through the shelf. No gorillas here. Everything has magical energy, whether it's a plant, whether it's a tree, whatever it is. So don't forget the festive food, because that's all got magical energy in it as well. Whether you eat it or whether you dry it and use it in any of your magical workings. Yes, I'm really hungry now. I'm going to go and eat a mince pie and possibly some bread pudding, because I made both of those this week. Don't forget the 50% discount on the John Hunt Publishing website, on the Moonbooks website, 50% off all ebooks. You have to enter the code Festive50 at checkout. If you want the full details, check my blog this morning. What's the thing on the other side? Looks like a thong with whiskers. What? Oh, this. Is this what you mean? He can stand up, walk go down, short or tall. Festive thong with whiskers. I like it. Jane, the festive plonk cannot be underestimated. No, we can cover that next week too, Jane. Wine, beer, It's all got different magical properties. Yeah, don't forget the Festive 50% discount on all ebooks direct from John Hunt Publishing website. Don't forget the Yule Ritual, Kitchen Witch Online Yule Ritual tomorrow, Saturday 10th of December, 7 p.m. over on the Kitchen Witch Coven Facebook group and the Kitchen Witch Coven YouTube channel. We are making Goatee McGoaterson. Details are on the Facebook group. Been fantastic to share with you as always. My stomach is rumbling and I'm glad so many of you love Brussels sprouts and hate white chocolate. You are my people. Have a fantastic week, everyone, and I will see you all again next Friday. Are you going to come and say hello now? Time to go now. You're going to come and say hello? No, apparently it's warm under there. We'll have a look at all the stuff we missed next week. Thank you, everyone. Oh, okay. Have a fantastic week, and I will catch you all next time.